Good morning everyone, it's Pierre speaking. It is Tuesday morning, it's the 5th of March 2019. Let's have a quick look at the Earth and Sky template and some currency pairs. Starting off with the Euro US dollar daily chart. If we look at the direction indicator, the 4 hour is mixed, the daily is short. Problem, last week we closed 28 pips higher than the opening, so we were trending up, but the main trend is still short according to the direction indicator. So we will flip the daily chart from last month's high to the low. Then we've got a zone starting at 1361 going up to 1424. Now yesterday I said that this level needs to break to the downside first at 1361. Reason for this is that we had a hell of a lot of EMAs there. It's the monthly pivot point. Price did that yesterday, so now we need to look for possible M2 short from this level, where price broke the important level, pull back to the level, and then look on the smaller time frames for confirmation to short from that area again to the downside, going with the main trend. If price pulls back and we break this level for some reason to the upside, lots of news this week, and we move further up, I've got a plan B area starting at 1494 going up to 1567. I want price to slow down there. There's a monthly pivot point, there is a psychological level, there's a 200 EMA. It can give resistance for possible short from there. EuroCAD daily chart, main trend is still short. Last week we closed 225 pips higher than the opening, so we can't flip the 4 hour to get a short zone. We also can't flip the daily to get the short zone because we're already at last month's high area, so we broke the Earth and Sky short zone. So we need a plan B area, and the plan B area will be at the 200 EMA at 1.5150. Going up to the psychological level here at 1.5200. I want resistance there, followed by a short setup. What I don't like about this chart is that we've got a hell of a lot of EMAs to the downside here that can give support. Take note of them and be careful. Euro JPY daily chart, 4 hour is long, daily is short. Last week we closed 179 pips higher than the opening. We can't flip the 4 hour because it's not with the main trend. We have to flip the daily for short zone. Problem is that we already broke last month's high as well, so we can't flip the daily to get a short zone. So we need a plan B area, and for me plan B will be in this area here, 127.64 going up to 128.64. Reason for this, it's a monthly pivot point, daily 200 EMA, psychological level, monthly second pivot point, and if we look to the left, that was previous support that broke, so now it's resistance, and we're back at that level there now. Euro pound 4 hour, 4 hour is short, daily is short. Here we can flip the 4 hour, so we will flip previous week from the high to the low. My zone 8614 going up to 8657. Areas of interest for me, 8614, 8627 for resistance for a shorter setup. If that breaks to the upside and we broke the Earth and Sky trading zone, look for plan B area, and we can have a plan B area in this area here. Starting off at 8700, it's a psychological level, it was last week's high. There's a 200 EMA at 8726 and further up a 55 and a weekly pivot point. So that will be our second area of interest for us to look for shorts. We've got a hell of a lot going for it, but for now main one is at 8626. If we look at the pound US dollar, 4 hour chart is long, daily is long. Last week we closed 133 pips higher than the opening. So here we can flip the 4 hour, we flip from the bottom to the top. Then our zone 3199 going down to 3123. Currently price is sitting on that 55 at 3159, finding support there, so possible longs can set up from there. However, if the 55 breaks for some reason, then this is the main area here, 3052. Coming down to 2970. We've got a weekly pivot point there, daily 200, 4 hour 200, psychological level 55. So a lot happening there, and that will be the main area for us to look for possible longs. Counter trades, look at 3354. It's a pivot point, it was last week's high area there. Pound JPY 4 hour, 4 hours long, daily is long, everything is green. We had a big move last week, we closed 316 pips higher than the opening. So here we can flip the 4 hour from the bottom to the top. our zone 146.47, coming down to 145.42. Areas of interest for me will be the 55 at 146.33. However, if that breaks, like the correlated pound US dollar, we've got a plan B area. Lots happening here. We've got a daily 200 EMA, a 4-hour 200 EMA, a daily 55. So lots happening, and it was also last week's low area. Possible counter trades, look at 149.47. Aussie US dollar 4-hour chart, 4 hours short, daily short. We close minus 58 pips, so it's bigger than the 50 pips limit. So here we need to flip from the high to the low for possible short zone. So short zone 7,132 going up to 7,165. Areas of interest for me, currently looking at 7,115. And the next one 7,136, 7,144 for resistance for possible shorts to set up. If we make new lower lows, follow it with your flip so that the Earth and Sky trading zone can move there as well. Possible counter trades 7,051, 6,985. But remember, if we make new lower lows, follow it, guys, so that the Earth and Sky zone can adjust there. Correlated Aussie JPY, here we're going to stick on the daily chart. The 4 hours long, the daily is short. Last week we closed 29 pips higher than the opening. Can't flip the 4 hour, we have to flip the daily. Here too, we can't flip the daily because we're already at the high areas. So we look for plan B area. Main trend is short, so we need to look for plan B area starting at 80.07. Going up to 81.16. We've got a monthly pivot point, 200 EMA, psychological level. So that will be the zone 80.07 going up to 81.16 where I want resistance. Aussie New Zealand dollar, 4 hours short, daily is short. Problem is last week we closed 17 pips higher than the opening. We can't flip the 4 hour, we have to flip the daily. So if we flip the daily from the high to the low, then our zone will be 0457 going up to 0502. Areas of interest, we've got a 200 EMA at 0465 for possible resistance, the 55 at 1.0502 to give resistance, and even the pivot point at 0521 for possible shorts to set up there. If we make new lower lows without correction, followed with the FIP so that the Earth and Sky trading zone can adjust here. US dollar JPY 4 hour chart, we mixed on the daily, but we broke a hell of a lot of EMAs to the upside, so I'm going to stick with the 4 hour because we also had a nice move last week. We closed 127 pips higher than the opening. Everything is stacked green on the 4 hours, so we flip 4 hour from the bottom to the top. Currently our zone 11121 coming down to 110.78. Areas of interest 111.20, 111.00, 110.82. If that breaks, also keep your eyes on this area here because that is a daily 55 and a 200 EMA, so lots happening here as well. Currently going sideways, and counter trades, possible counter trades at 112 and 112.54. US dollar CAD 4 hours long, daily is mixed. Last week we closed 164 pips higher than the opening. So yeah, we can flip the 4 hour then from the bottom to the top. Okay, and we're making new high here, so we have to follow it. Currently our zone 1.3227 coming down to 1.3169. Areas of interest for me, the 38.2 FIP at 3255. Lots happening at 3259. We've got a 200 EMA, 55 EMA, weekly main pivot point. Lots happening there. Now, spot MACD divergence here. Stochastic is overbought. We're getting closer to 13365. So there might be a correction on its way. So keep your eyes up for possible counter trades at 1.3365. Going up to the psychological level here at 3400 on that one. Well, that is it.